you're bored. All right. Shake them up, crossover, oh, through the legs. Bring it back. Oh! Jalen. This dude in the Nike headband is having problems. He will never live this down. Oh, he got him. He had him on ice skates, man.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
Me be quiet. This is my show, bitch. I haven't got the microphone. 8,000 lights. You be quiet. What's your name? Matt Michael Blaustein? Shut up. I love you. Honestly, you have a nice energy, so I'll answer your question. Go ahead, man. What's up?
So, if you know all that...
If I know all what? I've been talking for an hour. I'm fucking around. Go ahead.
If you know all that you know, then how do you know so much?
If I know all that I know, how do I know so much? You're talking like a parrot that just learned English. I'm gonna need security when I leave because she gonna f me up. For real. She gonna beat me up. I asked you how many more in this. All that you know, how am I gonna know what I know, but you know. Anyway, so I'm trying to ask you, I know, but she know. Turn it around.
How you going to a comedy show telling the comedian to be quiet? That's crazy. The hecklers have the most entitlement nowadays. Like, I think the internet has kind of removed the barrier of, the stand-up and the audience. She feel like she's talking back to somebody on Twitter while she's watching somebody doing stand-up on TV, but trust, it doesn't work like that. Of course, it's happened in the past, but I think she was far too comfortable in her gibberish statements. But she got what she wanted. She famous now.
And this guy hit on me, right? So he said, "Hey, you married?" And I was like, "Yes." And he said, "You happy?" And I was like, "No, and." And the reason why I said no was because, one, I'm brutally honest, and two, I was not happy at the time. But what does me being unhappy have to do with whether or not you have a shot? Here's the thing I realized. A lot of married people don't know how to be unhappily married and still not walk away. If you could learn how to be unhappy for a minute, your marriage will last. Because the goal in marriage is not happiness. The goal is to build a lasting relationship that withstands the ebbs and flows of marriage, of relationships.
DeMarco.
Guys, I mean, seriously, can we please debunk this myth that a lot of women are going out on dates with men they're not even the slightest bit interested in just to get a free meal? Like, you guys really think we are that hard pressed for a steak dinner that we're gonna fake the funk to hustle it out of you? Let's get this understood. No woman is spending 2 hours getting ready, putting on shapewear, squeezing into her favorite dress, driving her kids to the babysitter, paying for a babysitter, stopping at the gas station, pumping it in said dress and paying for it, going to the restaurant, and then subjecting herself to the attention of a man she's not even the slightest bit interested in just to hustle a free steak about you.
Wait a second.
I have been on 90 dates with 90 different men in the past year and a half. Now, that is a lot of people. And, kudos to me for finding the time to, actually get that done. I don't know how I did that. I'm giving myself a pat on the back because that took hustle.
These ladies are hilarious. They are absolutely some women out here that are hustling men for dates, for dinners, for attention, for time, and hopefully men are aware of it, because if you're not aware in this dating market, you can be taken advantage of, you can be robbed. There's literally people getting set up on dating apps to get robbed. This is how real it's getting. And, they're sitting around here playing games. 90 dates this woman went on. Man, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. And then in a few years, once again, she's gonna be asking where all the good men at. Feels like nobody looks at me. I feel invisible. You had 90 to choose from.
Sanders was recruited and offered scholarships in all 3 sports. Was even drafted to the MLB out of high school. The story goes that all recruiters had to see was Deion nearly hit his head on the rim in a basketball game to be sold on his athleticism. Sanders eventually chose Florida State University because it was the closest to his mother and because they were the only school that would let Sanders play as a freshman. It didn't take long before they found out what the best position for Deion was. It was all of them. As a freshman, Sanders made an impact on the baseball diamond and the football field. Legendary coach Bobby Bowden wasn't keen on playing freshmen, but couldn't keep Sanders' unique talents on the bench. He started in the secondary, but really captivated audiences returning punts. He was can't-miss TV if he could get his hands on the ball. As soon as the football season ended, he moved to the diamond, where he was an outfielder for the Knowles World Series team. While Deion was no longer playing basketball, he decided to take up track in the spring. Just as you imagine, he made an immediate impact there as well. By the end of his freshman year at FSU, he pulled up everywhere with a license plate reading Prime Time and was telling the media to call him by the nickname as well. The legend of the fictional-sounding do-it-all athlete in Tallahassee grew bigger and bigger in the next 2 years. Sanders would play a baseball game, tear off his jersey, and run track in the same afternoon. He ran a 10.3 100-meter dash and would become an all-conference performer on the track. In '87, his prowess as the best cover player in the nation really took hold. He was a unanimous All-American at cornerback, shutting down the nation's best receivers, and was still a terror with the ball in his hands. In his first 3 seasons, he had 9 interceptions. With 1, he brought back 100 yards. Deion Sanders' senior year at FSU was one for the ages. His reputation as a cover corner paralleled the greatest to ever play. He picked off 5 more passes to become the all-time interceptions leader at Florida State. 2 of those were house calls, along with a punt return touchdown.
Take it to the
After
house.
his pick in the Sugar Bowl to seal a win over Auburn, Sanders ran up to the cameras saying, "Bump the Thorpe, give me the Heisman." Sanders didn't win the Heisman, but he was a 2-time unanimous All-American and Jim Thorpe Award winner. Deion's pre-draft process isn't comparable to anybody before or after him. He showed up to the combine without warming up, ran 4.27 in the 40, then refused to do any more drills. In an interview with the Giants, he stopped them mid-conversation to ask where their draft pick was. Unsatisfied with the response, Prime got up and told him we wouldn't be available at that spot, and promptly walked out. In a draft class with a few other future Hall of Famers, Sanders' enigma and brash personality is probably the reason he fell to 5th slot, straight into the Atlanta Falcons' lap. But at first, it didn't feel like that for the Falcons.
Yeah, Deion was special, or is special, man. There's no surprise that now he's a successful coach. You know, I love to see, you know, what he did down at Jackson State, and now at Colorado with that impressive first week win against a nationally ranked team. Yeah, his coaching career is going to be bright, and I imagine pretty soon we're going to be seeing Coach Prime time in the NFL as a coach, head coach, and he earned it. You can never say he didn't earn it. You didn't get a hookup or push through the ranks. He earned it. In fact, he got a lot more opposition than anything. I think this was the plan either way. He wanted to show that he was able to do the job on a high level. Just as everything, man. Anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. This is Faucette Media.